There's another battle brewing tonight over drilling, and this battle's a lot closer to home than Louisiana. Plans to drill for natural gas in the Delaware River watershed are being challenged on several fronts. Even though the drilling would take place across the Delaware and Pennsylvania, that could still have an impact on one of New Jersey's key water supplies. Ed Rogers has the story in tonight's Environment Report.
Far from the Gulf of Mexico and the outer continental shelf along the Atlantic coast, another dispute is brewing over extracting natural resources from the earth. About 5 miles from the Delaware River, there is concern about the possible drilling of a natural gas well in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Local officials and environmentalists are appealing a decision by Pennsylvania environmental officials to renew a permit for the work. They claim similar operations in shale formations have created environmental problems and are worried that runoff could foul a pristine stream that feeds a tributary of the Delaware River.
Chemicals are used, and those chemicals endanger the drinking water of the people who rely on the groundwater here, but also 2.8 million people in New Jersey, about 1/3 of the population of New Jersey, that drink Delaware River water.
Nancy Januszewski, who is chair of the town's Board of Supervisors, says the property isn't zoned for drilling.
They have no respect for us whatsoever. They don't respect our zoning. They don't respect that we even exist. And they do not believe that they have to answer to us on any level.
Earlier this month, the Delaware River Basin Commission, which has authority over projects that impact the waterway, placed a moratorium on shale gas well drilling while new regulations are developed. But the riverkeeper says a loophole exists in the commission's ruling because exploratory wells are excluded and that the work would already be completed to turn the operation into a production well.
All of the impacts that are associated with developing and constructing a well, access to the site, and then the drilling muds, which contain chemicals, all would be used before the DRBC even came in and took a look at it.
Water use is another concern. The Basin Commission says that shale drilling operations use millions of gallons. Officials say they may move to close the loophole for exploratory wells.
They really go down to, the huge depths, mile or so, and so they are a different animal than, say, drilling a water well or a shallow vertical well.
Neither the extraction company, called Arbor Operating, or the Pennsylvania DEP would respond to questions. No one is sure when actual drilling could begin. The Basin Commission is scheduled to discuss reopening this exploratory well case when it meets in mid-July. The agency says it has received 2 other applications to develop natural gas production wells in Pennsylvania.
We're not saying no to gas well drilling, but we want to make sure it's done smartly.
Ed Rogers, NJN News, Nockamixon Township, Pennsylvania.